28일 토요일입니다. 오전 5시 9분입니다. 이번 시간은 구약 성경을 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. 출애굽기 24장 1절부터 영어 성경으로 읽어보겠습니다. And he said unto Moses, come up unto the road, thou and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye apple offer. And Moses Aaron shall come near the road, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the road, and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice, and said, all the words which the Lord has said will we do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and built an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed the peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the bread and put it in basin, and half of the bread he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people, and they said, all that the Lord has said will we do, and be obedient. And Moses took the bread and sprinkled it on the people, and said, behold, the bread of the covenant which the Lord has made with you concerning all these words. The mentor of Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet, as it were payable the work of sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hand. Also they saw God, and did eat and drink. And the Lord said unto Moses, come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee tables of stone, and law, and the commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses rose up, and his minister Joshua, and Moses went up into the mount of God. And he said unto the elders, tarry ye here for us until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and the whole are with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come unto them. And Moses went up into the mountain, and the crowd covered the mountain, and the glory of the Lord abode upon Mount Sinai, and the crowd covered it 6 days, and at the seventh day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the crowd. And the sight of the glory of the Lord was like the boiling fire on the top of the mountain on the eyes of the children of Israel. And Moses went into the midst of the crowd and get him up into the mountain. And Moses was in the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that ye bring me an offering of every man, that they give us it willingly with his heart. Ye shall take my offering, and this is the offering which ye shall take of them: gold and silver and brass and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen and goat's hair and rams skins dyed red and bezel skins and steam oil for the writer, spices for anointing oil, and for sweet incense, onyx stones and stones to be set in the ephod and in the breastplate, and let them make me sanctuary, that I may dwell among them, according to all that I should after the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it. They shall make an oak ark of Sittim wood, 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold within, and without shalt thou overlay it, and shalt make upon it a crown of gold round about. And thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them in the 4 corners thereof, and the 2 links shall be in the one side of it, and 2 rings in on the other side of it. And thou shalt make stables of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put the stables into the rings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them. The stables shall be in the rings of the ark; they shall not be taken from it. And thou shalt put into the ark the testimony which I shall give thee. And thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold, Two cubits and half shall be the rings thereof, and a cubit and half the bread thereof. And thou shalt make two cherubims of gold, of beaten work. Shalt thou make them in the two ends of the mercy seat. And make one cherub on the one end, and the other cherub on the other end. Even of the mercy seat shall ye make the cherubims on the two ends thereof, and the cherubims shall stretch forth their wings on high, covering the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces shall took one to another. Toward the mercy seat shall the faces of the cherubims be. And thou shalt put the mercy seat above upon the ark, and in the ark thou shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee. And there I will meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the two cherubims which are upon the ark of the testimony of all things which I will give thee in commandment unto the children of Israel. Thou shalt also make a table of shittim wood. 2 cubits shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, and make there to a crown of gold round about. And thou shalt make unto it a border of an hand bread saw round about, and thou shalt make a golden crown to the border thereof round about. And thou shalt make for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings in the 4 corners that are on the 4 feet thereof. Over against the border shall the rings be 4 places of the staves to bear the table. And thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, that the table may be borne with them. And thou shalt make the dishes thereof, and spoons thereof, and covers thereof, and bowls thereof, to cover with of pure gold shalt thou make them. And thou shalt set upon the table shew bread before me always. And thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold, of a baton or shall the candlestick be made. His shepherd and his bronzes, his bowls, his mops, and his flowers shall be of the shame, and 6 bronzes shall come out of the sides of it, 3 bronzes of the candlestick out of the one side, and 3 bronzes of the candlestick out of the other side. Silver also made like unto almonds, with no and flour in one branch, and three bowls made like almonds in the other branch with knob and flour. So in the 6 branches that come out of the and in the candlestick shall be 4 bowls made like unto almonds with their knobs and their flowers, and there shall be a knob under 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches that proceed out of the their knobs and their branches shall be of the same, or it shall be one beaten work of pure gold. And thou shalt make the 7 lamps thereof, and they shall light the lamps thereof, that they may give light over against it, and the tongues thereof, and the snuff dishes thereof shall be of pure gold, of the lantern of poor gold shall he make it with all these vessels, and look that thou make them after their pattern which was showed thee in the mountain. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen, and blue and purple and scarlet, with cherubims of cunning work shalt thou make them. The length of one certain shall be 8 and 20 cubits, and the boards of one 13 4 cubits, and every one of the 13 shall have one measure. The barbecue coal 13 shall be coupled together one to another, and other 5 curtains shall be coupled one to another. And thou shalt make loops of blue upon the edge of the one curtain from the selvage in the coupling, and likewise shalt thou make in the uttermost edge of another curtain in the coupling of the second. 50 loops shalt thou make in the one curtain, and 50 loops shalt thou make in the edge of the curtain that is in the coupling of the second, that the loops may take hold one of another. And thou shalt make 50 touches of gold, and cover the curtains together with the touches, and it shall be one table lacquer. And thou shalt make curtains of course here to be covering upon the table lacquer. 11 curtains shalt thou make. The length of one curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and the 11 curtains shall be all of one measure, and the two short couple 5 curtains by 8 shelves, and the 6 curtains by 8 shelves, and the short double the 6 curtain in the front of the table and the car. And the two should make 50 rows on the edge of the one curtain that is outmost in the coupling, and 50 loops in the edge of the curtain which couple the second. And the two should make 50 attachments of brass and put the attachments into the loops and cover the tent together that it may be one, and the remnant that remains of the curtains of the tent, the half curtain that remains shall hang over the back side of the table locker, and keep it on the one side and keep it on the other side of that which remains in the rings of the curtains of the tent. It shall hang over the sides of the table locker on this side and on that side to cover it. And those should make a covering for the tent of limbs against that it ready and covering above pastures skins, and those should make a ball the for the table locker of steam with standing of 10 cubits shall be drunk of world and cubit and half shall be the breadth of one board. 2 tenons shall the earth be in one board, set in order one against another. Those short don't make for all the borders of the table locker. And short to make the borders for the table locker 20 borders on the south side, southward, and the short to make 40 shekels of silver under the 20 borders to keep under one border for his 2 tenants and 2 shekels under another border for his 2 tenants, and for the second side of the table locker on the north side there shall be 20 borders. And there are 40 kits of silver to kits under one body, and 2 shekels under another body, and for the side of the table car westward the should make 6 borders, and the 2 borders should to make for the corners of the table locker in the 2 sides, and they shall be coupled together beneath, and they shall be coupled together above the head of it unto one ring. Those shall it be for them both. They shall be for the 2 corners. And they shall be 8 borders, and they are shekels of silver, 16 shekels, 2 shekels under one border, and 2 shekels under another border, and 2 should make a bar as of steam wood, 5 for the borders above the one side of the table locker, and 5 bars for the borders tables of the other side of the table and the 5 bars for the boards of the side of the table for the 2 sides westward. In the middle bar in the middle of the borders shall reach from end to end. And we should overlay the borders with gold and make the rings of gold for places put the bars and the door should overlay the bars with gold. And the door should rear up the table according to the passion which was should in the mountain. And to short hang it upon 4 pillars of the system would overlaid with gold. The hooks shall be of gold upon the 4 showcases of silver, and the short hang of the veil under the Caesar that is to bring in Caesar within the veiled rack of the testimony, and the veil shall divide unto you between the holy place and the most holy. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the most holy place, and thou shalt set the table without the veil, and the candlestick over against the table on the side of the tabernacle toward the south, and thou shalt put the table on the north side, and thou shalt make on hanging for the door of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet and fine to win the linen loud with needle work. And thou shalt make for the hanging 5 pillars of system wood and overlay them with gold, and their hooks shall be of gold, and thou shalt cast 5 showcases of brass for them. And thou shalt make an altar of steam wood 5 cubits long and 5 cubits broad. The altar shall be for secure, and the heat thereof shall be 3 cubits, and thou shalt make the horns of it upon the 4 corners thereof. His horns shall be of the same, and thou shalt overlay it with brass, and thou shalt make his pens to receive his sheaves, and his shovels, and his basons, and his precious hooks, and his fire pens, or the vessels thereof thou shalt make of brass, and thou shalt make for it a great of network of brass, and upon the net shalt thou make for brass rings in the 4 corners thereof, and thou shalt put it under the compass of the altar beneath that the net may be even to the midst of the altar. And thou shalt make staves for the altar, staves of sitting wood, and overlay them with brass, and the staves shall be put into the rings, and the staves shall be upon the 2 sides of the altar to bear it. How with the board so shalt thou make it as it was should in the mountain, so shall they make it, and thou shalt make the court of the tabernacle for the south side, southward. There shall be hangings for the court of fine twined linen on 100 cubits long for one side. And the 20 feeders thereover, and their 20 showcases shall be above the hooks of the feeders, and their pillets shall be of silver, and likewise for the north side in length there shall be hangings of 100 cubits long, and his 20 pillars, and the 20 showcases of bronze, the hooks of the pillars, and the fillets of silver. And for the broad saw of the court on the west side shall be hangings of 50 cubits, the pillars 10, and the showcase 10, and the broad saw of the court on the east side eastward shall be 50 cubits. The hangings of one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits. Their pillar 3, and their showcase there showcase 3. And on the other side shall be hangings 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their showcase 3. And all the gate of the court shall be on a hanging of 20 cubits of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and pine twined linen, wrought with neither work, and their pillars shall be 4, and their showcase 4. And the pillars round about the court shall be filleted with silver. Their hooks shall be of silver, and their showcase of brass. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the brothers 50 everywhere, and he eats 5 cubits of pine twined linen, and their showcase of brass. All the vessels of the tabernacle in all the bars thereof, and all the pins thereof, and all the pins of the court shall be of brass. And thou shalt command the children of Israel that they bring the pour oil or olive for the right to course the lamp to burn always in the tabernacle of the congregation without the veil, which is before the testimony. Aaron and his sons shall order it from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a statute forever unto their generations on the behalf of the children of Israel. And take thou unto the Aaron thy brother and his sons with him from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest office, even Aaron and Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Itamar, Aaron's sons, and thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And these are the garments which they shall make breastplate and ephod and robe and broidered coat, mitre, and girdle, and they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And they shall take gold and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen, and they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue and of purple and scarlet and fine twined linen with cunning work. Each shall have the two shoulder pieces. They are also in the two edges of the robe, and so it shall be joined. And the curious girdle of the ephod, which is upon it, shall be of the same according to the work of the robe, even of gold, of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen. And thou shalt take 2 onyx stones and grave on them the names of the children of Israel. 6 of their names on one stone, and the other 6 names of the rest on the other stone, according to their race, with the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a shignet. Shalt thou engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel, thou shalt make them to be set in ouches of gold. And thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for stones of memorial unto the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for memorial. And thou shalt make ouches of gold, and 2 chains of pure gold at the ends of resin work shalt thou make them, and stone the resin chains to the ouches. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work. After the work of the ephod, thou shalt make it of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shalt thou make it. For scale, it shall be being double, the span shall be the length thereof, and span shall be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set in it settings of stones, even 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be sardius, topaz, and carbuncle. This should be the first law, and the second law should be on emerald, sapphire, and diamond, and the third law require on a gate and on amethyst, and the fourth law beryl and onyx and jasper. They shall be set in gold in the enclosing song. And the stones shall be with the names of the children of Israel to wear according to their names, like the engravings of a signet. Everyone with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes. And thou shalt make upon the breast plate chains at the ends listen work for gold, and thou shalt make upon the breast plate 2 rings of gold, and shalt put on the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breast plate. And thou shalt put the 2 wooden chains of gold in the 2 rings which are on the ends of the and the other 2 ends of the 2 listen chains thou shalt fasten in the 2 ouches, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it, and thou shalt make 2 rings of gold, and thou shalt put them upon the 2 ends of the breast plate in the border which is in the side of the ephod inward, and the 2 other rings of gold thou shalt make, and shalt put them on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath underneath toward the proper thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, above the curious girdle of the ephod, and they shall bind the breast plate by 8 rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod with a rag below, that it may be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and let the breast plate be not loosed from the ephod. And Aaron shall bear the names of the children of Israel in the breast plate of the mantle upon his heart when he goes in unto the holy place for a memorial before the Lord continually. And thou shalt put in the breast plate of those men, the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart when he goes in before the Lord, and Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually. And thou shalt make the robe of the ephod or of pillow, and there shall be an hole in the top of it in the midst thereof. It shall have a binding of woven work around about the whole of it, as it were the holy, as it were the whole of an habergeon, that it be not rental, and beneath upon the hem of it, those should make a poem green nature, buffalo, and of purple, and of scarlet, round about the hem, the robe, and the bells of gold between them round about. A golden bell and poem green nature, a golden bell and poem green nature upon the hem with the robe round about. And he shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goes in unto the holy place before the road, and when he comes out, that he die not. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, and grave upon it like the engraving saw of a signet, holiness to Jerusalem. And thou shalt put it on a blue razor, that it may be upon the mitre, upon the front on the mitre it shall be. And it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron may bear the inequality of the whole things which the children of Israel shall hallow in all their holy gifts, and it shall be always upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. And thou shalt embroider the coat of fine linen, and thou shalt make the mitre of fine linen, and thou shalt make the girdle of needlework. And for Aaron's sons, thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make for them girdle, so, and for Nissa short to make for them for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron the brother and his sons with him, and shalt anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest office. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness from the ruins, so even unto the things they shall reach. And they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons when they come in unto the tabernacle of the congregation, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place, that they be not in equality and die. It shall be still dutiful forever unto him and his seed after him. And this is the thing that thou shalt do unto them, to hallow them, to minister unto me in the priest office. Take one young bullock and 2 lambs without blemish. And ribbon the bread and cakes, on ribbon the tempered with oil, and we pour on ribbon the anointed with oil of we then short to make them. And do should put them into one basket and pouring them in the basket with the law and the two rams and Aaron and his sons do should bring unto the store of the table of the congregation and should wash them with water and do should take the garments and put upon Aaron the coat and the robe of the ephod and the ephod and the breastplate and girded him with the curious girdle of the ephod. And we should put on the mitre upon his head and put the holy crown upon the mitre. Then should take the anointing oil and pour it upon his head and anoint him. And so should bring his sons and put coats upon them. And the short gird them with girdle saw Aaron and his sons and put the bonnets on them and the priests or peace shall be their support perpetual statute and the should consecrate Aaron and his sons and the short cause block to be brought before the table of the congregation, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the bullock, and thou shalt kill the bullock before the road by the door of the table of the congregation, and thou shalt take of the bread of the bullock and put it upon the horns of the altar with the finger and pour or it will be aside the bottom of the altar, and thou shalt take or the bed that cover the inward and the cowl that is above the river and the two kidneys and the pet that is upon them and burn them upon the altar. But the brushy of the bullock and his skin and his tongue should burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. Thou shalt also take one ring, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram, and thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take his blood and sprinkle it round about upon the altar, and thou shalt cut the lamb in pieces and wash the inwards of him and his legs and put them unto him pieces and unto his head, and thou shalt burn the whole lamb upon the altar. It is burnt offering unto the Lord. It is a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the lamb, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hand upon the head of the ram. They shall kill the lamb and take of his blood and put it upon the tip of the right ear of Aaron and upon the tip of the right ear of his sons and upon the sunbar of their right hand and upon the great toe of the right foot and sprinkle the blood upon the altar around about. and to should take of the bird that is upon the altar, and of the anointing oil and sprinkle it upon Aaron and upon his garments, and upon his sons, and upon the garments of his sons with him, and he shall be hallowed, and his garments, and his sons, and his sons' garments with him. Also to short take of the ram that fat, and the rump, and the fat that covers the inwards, and the cowl above the river, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and the right shoulder, for it is a ram of consecration. And one rope of bread, and one cake of oiled bread, and one wafer out of the basket of the unripened bread that is before the road, and to should put all in the hands of Aaron, and in the hands of his sons, and should wave them for wave offering before the road, and those should receive them of their hands, and burn them upon the altar for burnt offering, for sweet savor before the road. It is an offering made by fire unto the road. And to should take the priest of the ram of Aaron's consecration, and weave it for wave offering before the road. And each shall be deified, and thou shalt sanctify the priest of the wave offering, and the shoulder shoulder of the wave offering, which is waved, and which is heaved up of the ram of the consecration, even of that which is for Aaron, and of that which is for his sons. And it shall be Aaron's and his sons by statute forever from the children of Israel, for it is on heave offering, and it shall be on heave offering from the children of Israel of the sacrifice of their peace offerings, even their heave offering unto the Lord. And the holy garments of Aaron shall be his sons after him, to be anointed therein, and to be consecrated in them, and that the son that is priest in his stead shall put them on 7 days when he comes into the tabernacle of the congregation to minister in the holy place. And to should take the ram of the congregation, and see his preaching in the holy place. And Aaron and his sons shall eat the preaching of the ram, and the bread that is in the basket by the door of by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they shall eat those things where with the atonement was made to consecrate and to sanctify them, but a stranger shall not eat thereof, because they are holy. And if aught of the process of the consecrations or of the bread and remain until the morning. Then thou shalt burn the remainder with the fire. It shall not be eaten because it is holy. And thou shalt do unto Aaron and to his sons according to all things which I have commanded the 7 days shalt thou consecrate them. And thou shalt offer every day a bullock for sin offering for atonement, and thou shalt cleanse the altar when thou hast made an atonement for it, and thou shalt anoint it to sanctify. 7 days thou shalt make an atonement for the altar and sanctify it, and it shall be an altar most holy. Whatsoever touches the altar shall be holy. Now this is that which thou shalt offer upon the altar to members of the first year day by a day continually. The one member thou shalt offer in the morning, and the other member thou shalt offer at even. And with the one member 10th deal of flour mingled with the first part of an hin of beaten oil, and the first part of an hin of wine for drink offering. And the other member thou shalt offer at even, and shalt do there to according to the meat offering of the morning, and according to the drink offering thereof for sweet savor unfulling made by fire until the Lord. This shall be on continual burnt offering throughout your generations at the door of the table of the congregation before the road where I will meet you to speak there unto thee. And there I will meet with the children of Israel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory. And I will sanctify the tabernacle of the congregation, and the altar I will sanctify also both Aaron and his sons to minister to me in the priest's office. And I will dwell among the children of Israel, and will be their God. And they shall know that I am the Lord their God, that brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, that I may dwell among them. I am the Lord their God. And thou shalt make an altar to burn incense upon Shittim wood shalt make it. 출애굽기 29장 46절까지 읽어봤습니다. 뒤에 30장은 다음 시간에 계속해서 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 안녕히 계십시오.